Hellos and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with more Pillars of Eternity. While I sort through my inventory here and sell some items to the blacksmith, I suppose I should make a point that at some point I'm probably going to end up playing the game of inventory management, which could take a few minutes. And that might be extremely boring for some people to watch. I apologize, but it's simply one of those things that will be. What does grain do? I suppose I can keep them. Actually, I'm never going to use them, to be perfectly honest. Do you only have so much money to give me? Yeah, you might not actually have a lot of money on you. Or maybe they're just not worth anything. No, they're not. Okay. No, they're not worth any money, so we may as well keep them. What do you have on you? You have a one-handed stiletto, which is worth a hell of a lot of money. A obelisk, two-handed kind of crossbow. That does a lot of damage. And a lance, two-handed pike. Interesting. Camping supplies I'd be interested in buying. Let's look at just weapons alone first of all. Some rings of minor deflection. Piercing damage reduction bonus. Keep of withdrawal. Okay. Though tarnished and lusterless, it is It's in its remarkable age, the intricate inscriptions, holy hell, I'm struggling today, and texturing still discernible on the horn surface, along with the artifact's obvious longevity, suggests an object of expert workmanship. It seems to summon Animat, whatever that is. Cloak and rope and grappling hook. Can be used to anchor rope to locations that may be hard to reach by foot. Though often used to scale high walls, there are many potential applications. This is true. And we've got a pry bar. It'd be worth picking them both. Oh no. Picking them both up, actually. Do you have any? We have a breastplate. Compare to what I'm wearing now. Your defenses against piercing weapons, burn, and freeze. Slightly decreased recovery speed. And the mail armor is probably still better at the moment. That's fine. We need to go to our stash, actually. Try and keep one of every weapon, I suppose. We have a rapier. Armor now. Quite a bit of leather armor. Yeah, we'll sell that. Some hoods and cloaks. Miscellaneous items. And some regions. That's fine. Okay. Thank you for your mercantile. Back out in Gilded Vale. And it's still nighttime and dreary. Ada's still highlighted. I wonder if he might join a party at some point, because what is his name? Aloth was highlighted and we actually got him in our party. Maybe something has to happen first. Let's go back to the inn. We'll call it an evening. Can we just activate this aura as... Yeah, we can. Excellent. So now we have an increased damage reduction aura.
Right.
Don't think there's anyone else to talk to. Oh, well, like it, please.
Hail, traveller.
Can I see what you have for sale? I'm sure you'll find something to your liking. We have the finest cook in all Drywood. Let's see what you have. Camping supplies, we could always take more and just stash them away. We have some... Whoa, okay, there was a bit of lag there. The savoury pie apparently is very good. Plus 10 maximum endurance, plus 1 might, plus 1 perception. It is quite good, actually. Sweet pie from home, plus 2 dexterity. And we could have just rented a room from that screen, but I just want to see what the response is.
Welcome.
I would like a room, please. Certainly, you're always welcome. So we have to... Whoop, cancel. Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonuses to provide last a long time and affect the entire party. So we have Drywood's Pride. And we have the Labourer's Rest. I'm quite happy enough to sleep in the common room right now, rather than having a room to ourselves. Yeah. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moulded fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open. And they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smelling of the dwarf woman breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called it the Animancer. Though it fills you with new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see the woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Oh, and Aloth has leveled up. Well, investigate upstairs first, because Pasca did mention that the inn has been named after the old owner's pet. Okay, so some farmer ran over a big rock in his... Oh, hello. And we have more characters who we can investigate the souls of. 10 Years of Dawn. And we have a locked chest, which requires 3 lockpicks. Oh, 2 mechanics and 3 lockpicks are just 3 mechanics. Interesting. Oh, background behind the books is a drawing that shows Ethelis and Lord Raedric in a compromising position. Oh my. The Drywood Part 1, early colonial history and 3 lockpicks. I will take them. We will no doubt use them in a moment. Greetings there. Oh, hi. These bones are covered with tiny bite marks, and here is the hound. The hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. I'm sorry, girl. I don't think he's coming back. The dog whines softly again, head tilting. Well, you can come with me. Maybe we'll find them on the way. The dog's ears perk up. It trots over to you and barks happily. Wait, you what now? Do I have a dog in my party? I do! This small dog has a glossy black coat and an amenable disposition. She trots along at your heels, gazing devotedly whenever you come to a stop.
Sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Oh well. Sure, we'll have the Black Hound from the inn. I wonder what Pascal will have to say about this. Oh, we're gonna have to feed it, aren't we? We quick saved, so let's pour our mind into some other people's souls. We have Celia Ammon here. You see a long empty road cutting through 2 large crop fields. The air is silent and the land seems too still for early afternoon. This woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse, curiously looking around. She seems to sense something wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops, sniffing the air, her nose high. Her brow crinkles and she casts about, looking for something. The air is clear, no clouds, but she sniffs again, still looking around, confusion clouding her face, mouthing a single word. Fire? She looks out across the fields. Her confusion turning to fear, she holds her hand up to block the sun from her eyes and scans the fields once again. Not finding what she's looking for, she jumps onto her horse's back, the fear quickly becoming panic. She kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now in residence on her face, as she stares at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing to the rubble. Wow. Seems like she's on with like a 2-handed pike there. Oh well. Shane shakes Mulrian. You see an emancipated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring sightlessly at a wall. A man in a dark coat walks in, a scroll and an oddly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him expressionless, a corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him in disapproval, clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp angular symbols from the scroll. The child is in flints as the quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes. The wizard finishes with a flourish and barks some arcane command, setting the symbols to glow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally the glow disappears, leaving only hard black scars etched into his skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, his eyes facing the back of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him on the leg of his way out. The boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes still black like holes, the twitches growing in the convulsive shakes. I guess that's where he gets his name. And you have Deslock Neatep. As you near, you can touch his soul. You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, fists and feet, with no end in sight, and he is in his element. In the corner, 3 smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances at the larger man in the centre. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, cackling. The trio position themselves in 3 corners of the room. With a terse nod they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all 3 slump to the ground in an agony that's all in their minds. The burly man bows to a room of the unconscious and incapacitated before sauntering out, off-key whistle trailing behind him. Ah, I wonder if he's a cipher then. Quite possibly. Now, we can't unlock that door with the individual standing there. We can probably unlock this one, though. We have 8 lockpicks in total, so sure. We succeed. Inside we find another rapier, some padded armour, and a duelist's hat. Interesting. Hats come in many different shapes, sizes, and a wide array of colours. Dyrudians are known for their modest rustic hats. Well, yeah, we've read this before. Oh! No, come on, we want to take the fancy hat. You're wearing a hood right now. There you go. Look how snazzy you look. God, that's terrifying. Nope, we're keeping it. Ah, I love it. Anyway, you've got to level up. Ah, yes. You just imagine all his hairs tight, like bound up here. So we have 6 points to play with. Shall we increase your mechanics? Let's put your lore up. And yeah, we'll increase your mechanics to 2. Actually, we'll increase your athletics so you have less combat fatigue. Yeah. But I'm thinking we'll hopefully find a character who we can then put like a lot of our points, a lot of their points in the mechanics for. Yeah, I think so. And you can learn some level 2 spells. And there's a lot of them to go through. Let us have a quick look. Confusing enemies in an area of effect. Now you have high intellect, so your area of effect will probably be quite impressive. Spins a resilient vicious web throughout an area, reducing movement. Creates a mystical shield surrounding the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, freeze, corrode and shock. Causes enemy wounds in an area of effect to ignite each time they are wounded. I see. Eats away the target's spirit, corrosive damage, and converting that essence into endurance for the caster. Excuse me. Curse of blackened sight. Oh. Blinding them. Chance of interrupt and blinds for 26 seconds. Target becomes paralysed, infected with boiling pustules, a foul-smelling liquid that erupt from their skin, sickening those nearby. Some interesting spells here. Ooh, infused with vital ends. This could be good though. Infuses the caster with vitality, giving them a temporary increase to current and maximum endurance. That's probably a definite one to go for since we don't have a healer just yet. Merciless Gaze. The caster becomes able to see an enemy's weaknesses and vulnerabilities as though they were physically tangible, increasing the chance of landing a critical hit. Oh, 15% chance of hits converted to crits over 60 seconds. Mirror Image. Duplicate of the caster again. Neurotic Lance. Doing 37 to 48 corrosive damage. And then extra over a period of time. Ooh. Ray of Fire sounds fun. or Rolling Flame? Let's do Ray of Fire. It sounds like an interesting... It's not as powerful. But is it a damage over time? So it's a beam. It hits the target, but then anyone caught in the beam also takes damage. We'll go with Rolling Flame then. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll go see Pascal and see what she says about the Black Hound being in our possession, and then we'll go... We may end the video there, to be perfectly honest. Hello, Pascal.
Hail, traveller.
Farewell. Let's leave the inn. Oh, it's daytime now. I suppose this is a nice point to end this video, but to say next time we will go to the gallows tree in the centre of town. We'll speak to Ada again. I don't know how you're going to pronounce his name. But yeah, and also we need to go speak to the Animancer who troubled our sleep the night before. So, this has been AnthWolf, and I hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all take care. And I'll see you for more Pillars of Eternity in the next video. Bye bye now.